ギターたちがやっているコミュニティオンドウィンドファームです。コミュニティが持っているのはこの26機のうちの3機です。今リターがこのウィンドターバインを止めようとしています。この車はリターの車でエレクトリックビコ EV の車です。Okay? So
we have a wind speed of around 6 meters.
Around 6 meters, okay.
Yes, it's always going up and down a little bit. The wind is never steady, it's always stronger, weaker, and gusty. So, and this is what it's producing at the moment.
Yeah.
73, 130, 146, it's always changing. The generator is turning at 1,500 revolutions per minute. It's on the big generator. It has, well, one generator with 2 different modes. So the big mode, and that means the brake is loose and it's working.
It's working, yeah.
This is the rotor.
The rotor, yeah.
The rotor that catches the wind.
Yeah.
And the rotation of the rotor is transmitted by the main shaft.
Main shaft, yeah.
Into the gearbox.
Gearbox, yeah.
This blue thing here is the gearbox. And in the gearbox, the rotation is transformed from 19 rotations per minute to 1,500 rotations per minute. And then it goes into the generator at the back.
Yeah.
At the end, you see the wind measurement, wind speed on the left, and the wind direction on the right. Because the turbine must always face the wind. And to be able to achieve that, we have 4 electric motors, one here, one there, and 2 at the back. At the other end of the electric motor is a cogwheel, and it fits into another big cogwheel on the tower, and it turns the turbine in the right direction. Okay? So that's the basic principle. It's very simple. It's the basic Danish design. These other turbines that you see here, they are a different type. They have variable speed and node gearbox, so it's a different principle. This is the traditional Danish design that came up in the 1980s, 1990s. This turbine was built in the year 2000. It's the generator has a rated maximum output of 1,300 kilowatt or 1.3 megawatts.
1.3
megawatts, this turbine. By today's standards, that is very small. They don't make this turbine anymore. The smallest turbines on the market now begin at 2 megawatts, 2.3 megawatts. The turbines, the newer ones around us here are all 2 megawatts and bigger, 2.3. And offshore in the ocean, they now have turbines with 5 megawatts, 6 megawatts.
That's a small one.
Look at the rotor blades behind you.
Yeah.
They're turning to the working position. When they have fully turned, then the brakes will come off.
This
It's still turning. This is the rotor blade, yes. This is called the rotor blade.
I can't see it
Yeah. Now the
moving.
brakes have come off and now it's beginning to turn. Now the rotor is beginning to turn.
Yeah, yeah.
It starts very slowly because it's very heavy. It's 30 tons.
30 tons.
And it's a big mass and you have to get it moving fast.
30 tons. Oh,
Rotor, yes.
oh, oh.
It looks nice on your video.
Yeah, looks nice. So nice. Oh. Okay.
Okay, all right.
So, Dita,
Yes.
would you please explain how much electricity one to wind turbine produce?
Yes.
How much electricity?
This wind turbine here that we've just been up is a 1.3 megawatt turbine, 1,300 kilowatts is the maximum output. And here inland, we're not on the coast, this will produce between 1.5 and 2 million kilowatt hours per year. And we have two of these turbines. So in a good year, we will make 4 million kilowatt hours. In a not so good year, maybe 3 million kilowatt hours. And that is enough for 1,000 households in the area here.
1,000 households.
Yes,
Yeah,
about.
Yeah, okay. And I'd like to know how this wind farm is run by the
Yes,
village-owned,
That's right.
community-owned
yes, yeah. It's
Yeah,
not the village; it's the region.
region.
These two turbines, they are the oldest in this large wind farm. In the wind farm, there are 26 turbines. But this one that we were on and the other one, they are the two oldest turbines. They were built in the year 2000.
2000.
And they are owned by 64 people from the region. 64
people.
64 people invested money, different amounts. It started with 5,000 euros. The biggest amount that was possible was 100,000 euros. So there are a lot of people with small amounts and some people, not many, with bigger amounts that they invested. They invested about 850,000 euros and the rest came from the banks. So the whole project cost about 2,700,000 in the year 2000. The two turbines, the transformers, the cables, the underground cables that go into the village where it feeds into the grid. All that together cost about 2.7 million euros. We collected 800,000 and the rest of the money came from the banks. And over the years we paid back the money to the banks for the first 9 years. And since then, for the last 8 years, we have been paying money back to the owners.
Oh, yeah.
So we have paid back now about 150% of the original investment.
Yeah. So now the investor of the region now
I'm making money now.
making
Yes, that's
money.
right, yes.
Yeah.
And we are hoping to have the turbines for another 3 years until the end of 2020. And then until then we get a fixed price for the electricity. That's 9.1 euro cents per kilowatt hour. And after that it will drop to the market price, which is very low at the moment, between 2 and 3 cents.
That's a
And
problem.
and that's a problem because then it won't be economically viable to continue this particular project running.
So you are wondering.
We don't know what to do at the end of 2020. We'll see what the conditions are then. We will close them down and they will be taken down and dismantled, or maybe we will build new turbines on the same site, or maybe we will keep them running if we find a way of getting more money for the electricity. We don't know yet.
Okay. So the interests of the regional people is very high, you said.
Yes.
So you could collect
Yes.
more money
We
than
could collect more money for a new project. Yes. Yes. We have another project, another turbine, which is only 4 years old, and for that project we needed 3 million euros. And we said we will collect at least 1 million from the regional people, and then we will get the rest from the banks. But in 6 or 7 weeks, we had already collected 2.4 million, so we only needed 600,000 money from the banks, and we have already paid that back. So with this new turbine, it's in a different position there. I didn't show it to you. We will start paying the people right now this year.
So amazing. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you.